knows Bennett Sturts is his leader. He counts on these guys. They put a lot of time in together. They got 30 wins on the season.
Amazing. Brill looks in, nothing there. Perkins, left side of the lane, caught in the paint, turnaround jumper, gets the roll. First one is scary into the post, high post, turnaround jumper, no good. And Robinson leading the break, waiting for people to get set. Three from the right wing, it's good.
Covered by Chignalu, and two more.
Florida is carving up that Missouri defense to start this game.
Down low, Perkins takes it into traffic, throws it up and in. Two guys up front, Hamilton and Houck.
Talking about a very aggressive kid off the bench, scoring-wise, is Aberdeen. 6'5", and he found his groove last year in this SEC tournament, kind of jumped out in front of everybody. 20 points against A&M.
An awful lot of dribbling, but very physical defense against Clayton. Robinson picked him. That's another turnover and a 2-on-1. And a layup is good. Looks like 6 on the shot clock. The drive and a kick three. Aberdeen. No. How about that rebound by Robinson in front of Hanlock?
Good ball pressure by Missouri to take away the high-low look that Florida was trying to get.
Perkins a little jumper, and it goes. 6. They are focused on getting Clayton down deep, and he came up short. Perkins, pretty play there to avoid Condon.
Dennis
Get to Wilco down low. Instead, it's Kugel who intercepted the pass. Good rebound by Mitchell. Great shot as he Kugel. Great cross-court pass to Grill's three. Nearly went it off the window. Offensive rebound, put back up and in.
You see a ball screen right here. Anytime Missouri brings it up to the guard, they're going to get a drag screen set on him.
Perkins rattles it around, then he uses the back. It's Mitchell on Hubbard. He rises, fires. Oh, that was halfway down. Yeah, he's feeling good tonight. Strong finish, man.
Brill went right back and got it on a get action. And a tough two by Josh Hubbard.
He's got 18 now on 6 of 16 shooting. And 11 of those 18 have come this half. Perkins using that big body of his. Lays it up with a left. Like a pretty important trip right here for the Tigers. For this game. Perkins, a lot of one-on-one against Jones. Cruz went to the corner. Perkins up and in. That was straight
loss. Nice back cut. Finds his own miss. Gray can't squeeze the rebound. The loose ball is picked up by Mitchell. Shoved out to Perkins with bodies on the floor. The three's good. And Missouri's in front by. And a big rebound ripped down by Brandon Garrison. Intercepted by Perkins as the Cats tried to push it. Tony Perkins, nobody stops the basketball, and he finishes with his left.
We've ever seen at the SEC tournament. As you mentioned, all these teams, so much on the line, and plenty of bubble teams where you feel like win, get in, and while it's a...
Perkins is right down. His post play open up some of the perimeter. Let me force you to go to the perimeter here.
I think the bigger thing is you just have been unable to get stops. Second half, Kentucky shooting nearly 50%. And they've just got to follow up a score with a stop and try to cut it this lead.
Perkins has Gray on his backside.
Sam Godwin tonight. But so far, he's been the man for Oklahoma. Godwin's got 6 of the 8. Inside once again, Mitchell had a mismatch with Godine, but passes it out and unselfishly
be up 11 with 7:51 left.
Yeah,
I mean, you take that 8 days a week, right? I mean, it's it. They just got to play the right way at both ends. That's it.
Up high to cash in goes Tony Perkins.
Head coach, wow, that is a statement throwdown from Murray Boyles there. And the sophomore with a monster flush.
Colin Murray Boyles is a physical guy. Likes to pound it. Sometimes they worry about his energy not being high enough, but when he goes, man, he's not tough.
He got up there, didn't he? That first one. Little turnaround from Tony Perkins, and the veteran cashes. Good advantage for Missouri since it went on that 23-6 run. Thomas misfires.
I thought Thomas would make that after you go to the free throw line and make 2 free throws. Usually shooters make that next shot.
It's too easy right now for Missouri.
Yeah.
And you've got the, as you mentioned, green light behind you to excel in that role.
So the Gamecocks have to get these first 4 minutes, find a way to get 2 or 3 or 4 stops, get buckets on the other end.
Now Perkins using that big body to try to shoulder away Thomas. That's a couple of drives and kicks now. Perkins open. Perkins goes up. Score it.
It's just actually amazing how he gets his body in, and then he's got the ability to use soft hand, soft finish, even though it's a rough shot that he's trying to attempt.
And so now it's another 20-point game, by the way, for Murray Boyle. So he just continues to pour it in. 23.
Yeah, 10 of 11 from the field.
Well, we'll talk about his pro upside here in this second half. We've got plenty to fill you in on in terms of that. A sophomore from Columbia. This really inspiring story. Perkins scoring. Tony Perkins has been a little bit more aggressive.
If Jordan Butler can develop, we know he's a good face-up shooter. Add a little toughness to his game, but he's got some offensive ability to do some things.
There's Perkins.
Decides to pull this thing out. Now he's going at the 7'2" center. I don't know about that move. Perkins, mid-range, Missouri.
In this game so far. But that's a situation right there. If you're Arkansas after a missed free throw, cannot allow the counterattack to take place so quickly.
And off the inbound, it's
Toddy drawing fouls, getting to the free throw line, and putting the pressure on the defense.
3 fresh bodies come on the floor for Missouri. Allen, Bates, and Mitchell on the floor. Here's Allen with his first touch.
Arkansas is just running through screens with their physicality.
Shot clock winding down, it's at 4. Coming to a stop is Tony. Grill with a hand in his face. And the offensive putback is...
Despite the cold temperatures, snow all throughout Missouri, northern Arkansas yesterday. Brilliant crowd. They have showed up.
Hey, great matchup. Jared Stevenson at 6'10", 6'11", guarding Caleb Grill, and not letting Grill get hot and get touches. But right now it's the
South Carolina LSU that is at the top of the league along with Texas. South Carolina's got to bounce back, by the way.
Newell with the shot clock winding down. Perkins with 10. Bates up top, under 5. Bates measures, tosses to Perkins on a late 3.
But whether you're talking about Robinson or Mitchell or Perkins, these are guys that can all score one-on-one, which makes them a really difficult scout.
Perkins on Newell. Look at that. I mean, it's the 3rd foul on Blue Kane. Oh no, Perkins goes deep. Watch out! And slams it on Newell. Wow!
Struggled just to get a good look.
They had some good early looks, but didn't make any. Another turnover.
That has been the story. And it winds up an easy deuce on the other end. On the attack, sets up Moore. Moore takes it strong. Missed it. Missouri might have got a hand on it. Perkins goes to work, wheeling, dealing, and gets the basket. He does so much more than just shoot the basketball. He's a guy that really just helps his team in a number of different ways. The biggest bucket he had, he went off in that game in Gainesville in the upset of Florida. He was
Nice play for the one.
Hanging around.
This game has gotten real physical. Just the battle between Perkins and Forsythe to get the basketball on the inbounds. Now Perkins says, I'm going to take it right at you.
But Wade Taylor is so important in getting them shots. Here's a steal by Perkins against Obaseki. Slams it home! Obaseki lost it. 2-on-2. Grill to Perkins. The finger roll.
It's very difficult to get driving angles on Tennessee. They are so good at staying in front of the ball and staying out of a defensive rotation. Talking about Tennessee.
Tony Perkins from deep, and that's all net. Missoula goes out. Team struggling with turnovers. And outside shooting to begin. Mark Mitchell. Massive jump stop outside to Perkins. He's hit 2 this year. Akpara. Good look inside. High-low. And it's 8-7.
His hands have gotten better as the year's gone on. Talking about Akpara. Wow. Right.
Akpara clears it. And Josh Gray bothered that shot just enough on the release.
Yeah, but in this league, man, it's so hard to get the ball that close to the rim. You've got to finish. It's the second most athletic league in the world behind the NBA.
Perkins feeling it. That's another three.
Rick Barnes has gone to just a simple pin down action. Twice for Gainey for an open three, once for Lanier.
Tied at 48. Igor Milicic with 16 points coming back from the flu. Perkins connects.
Tough shot maker.
Just saw it a moment ago. Hubbard, as we mentioned, leads the way. 17 a game this season. The Bulldogs' leading scorer. So meanwhile, on the other side, this has been the starting unit for most of SEC play. This is the veteran Tony Perkins, gets that to rattle through this afternoon.
It's just a very disciplined defense. Missouri has not made many mistakes on the defensive end or the offensive end. Right there, great rotation to protect the rim again.
Yeah, I'm with you. The half-court defensive performance from Missouri.
I know they've hit a lot of threes.
Yeah, but that's been impressive.
Even on the offensive end, they're understanding Mississippi State's defense. How was able to match the physicality on the road and get a W there, which is one of the most difficult places to play in the entire country. Out there in Gainesville. That opened my eyes.
So they have been in control. I would say that latter portion of the first half, Perkins with a pretty finger roll.
Gray ends up with it in his hands. This is Missouri wanting to run. Perkins aggressive to the rim.
SEC opponents give all the credit for Texas being the tougher team in the first half.
Well, keep in mind, Rodney Terry told us pregame that our guys ran out of gas on the road at Florida in the second half of that game. Let's see what they have in the tank here. And this close to must win for the Longhorns. They got to start adding to that resume. And right on 9 points for the Kansas State transfer. Grill checks in. It's only a matter of time before 31 starts letting them rip. Perkins instead for three. Pure from out.
He was injured most of last season. Had neck surgery or neck injury here. Missed a few games, but he has played extremely well the last 4 games.
The poor pass leads to another opportunity for Mizzou. Perkins for the Razorbacks to get it to single digits. Flan to the rim, missed it. And so a point-blank layup, could not get it to go. Perkins in a hurry. Perkins right at him. Visic. That's cleared for takeoff. Vicious flush. It's the second basket for the freshman from Tampa, Florida.
And a good overplay, and it's caused because Boogie Fland is doing a good job out front.
So Perkins is handling. Perkins fouled.
Time in college basketball, the SEC has become the premier conference this year. That's an and one.
Burst onto the scene with an incredible opening year at Mizzou. Last year, as Mark mentioned in the open, nothing could go right. Mizzou went 0-19 in league play. Clearly, this is a different looking squad. Mizzou trying to tack onto an 8-0 run. Perkins measures a three. Perkins! Mizzou! Parkview High School. Started his career at the University of North Texas.
Mike, every time I think Mizzou is about to stretch this out to 15 or 16,
right,
Bandy answers.
Bandy's got an answer. Still hanging around, even though Missouri has controlled this game for much of the day. Bates, drive and kick, baseline cut, beautiful execution that time by
Gibbons. Maybe the freshman is a scoring answer for them. He has been so far tonight.
And that's a good sign, because when we talk to Matt McMahon, they all know he is a better shooter than the numbers. Only 25% from the field this season. Tonight, much better.
Gibbons, 8 points to lead LSU. And
Broom wins that battle.
I think we should just call him up. His uncle can just, he just handles everybody inside.
Boy, Tony.
I think it's an important 37 seconds for Missouri. They're not out of this game. Here's a layup on the other end. Good pass. Tony Perkins. Good pass from Grill.
The head coach in the SEC. We'll talk about that a little bit later on tonight. There's a steal by Perkins. Perkins glides in for the finish. And it's interesting to see Missouri keep going back to it, you would think.
Yeah, you know, interesting thing about this Missouri team, and obviously Caleb Grill's been out. He's a big-time three-point threat for Missouri, but Mizzou, so far in the non-conference, they have made a living getting to the paint, getting to the free throw line, and really attacking the rim and finishing when they get there. A lot of it has to do off sharing the ball and making crisp passes.
Perkins gets the roll on the step back. Being flipped there by Caleb Grill first time he touches the ball. Flying in for the putback is Tony Perkins.
I miss guys unafraid.
Missouri, this is probably going to be a little fun. Perkins.
Talked to Lawrence Bowers before I get my old teammate. I mean, Lawrence, we were an Elite Eight team my freshman year, and Lawrence was at the end of the bench. He played a good amount of minutes, but he knew his time was coming, and then by the time he's a senior in his 5th year, he's an all-SEC player, and especially when Mizzou made the transition to the SEC, he's one of the best players in the SEC, got better and better. That's a little different, you know, when you're staying in school for 4 or 5 years at one school and one program.
Line and just missed a chance to upset the #1 team in the country. Yakachonis back on the field. What a scene that was in Champaign. Perkins gets it to go.
Big switch back to that zone. Again, they don't want to allow Illinois to get comfortable.
Riley off the mark. Tigers can take the lead with a 3. Perkins all the way to the hoop.
Need to beat.
Oslo behind the back, spin move, cut off, gets free, and it's still a block by Marshall to recover nicely. Tigers trying to push. Here's Perkins along the baseline. A bucket from Musit. Gets past Yakachonis into Ivisic. Foul, jam! Tony Perkins.
Time Ivisic had Tamar Bates on the block. They should have went inside, took advantage of that mismatch.
Perkins spins, hangs, hits!
Nice.
And right there, instead of going to the rim, he pulls up, smooth stroke from mid-range.
Bates pull up, wouldn't go off glass. Josh Gray after the offensive rebound and saves it to Robinson. Mitchell, Perkins, 3.
Good to see that go through the net for Tony Perkins.
And really no choice for Jack State but to help on Mitchell like that, right? I mean, they don't have a guy who matches up well with him. Inside Hogue off the bench, misses rebound Bates.
For Jacksonville State, defensively, you're going to want Missouri to shoot 3-point shots and protect that paint.
A goaltending violation on Hogue. Tony Perkins has 5 quick ones, assists a game, and he finds a wide open Hogue for the stop.
And all this is in the ball screen. Missouri's going to have to adjust to the ball screen right there. Pierre making great decisions, both as a scorer and as a passer.
4 points, a rebound, a couple assists for Pierre already. Perkins, another one. 7 straight, making 8 straight for Tony Perkins.
That's a great start for Tony Perkins, but right there, defender goes under the ball screen. No hand up to contest.
At Missouri.
On a Saturday.
So Missouri with the ball to start the second half. 21-point lead, same starting 5 they began the game with. Gray, Bates, Pierce, Mitchell, and Robinson. Bates didn't play a lot in that first half as Missouri really went to the bench. They played 11 guys in the first 20 minutes. And, of course, as we mentioned, Pierce is the one that really helped widen that lead from 10 to 20. Late in the shot clock. Open look for Perkins. Buries it.
Especially in the second half. The problem is they just haven't gotten the looks. But when they get them, they're knocking them down.
Pierce has had a couple of looks. There's an offensive rebound. Perkins. Got it.
Missouri 8 of 15 from the floor. Tigers 2 of 4 from 3.
There's so much time left in this game for Kansas, but they've got to clean some stuff up.
Mismatch. Here comes Dickinson to help Harris. Perkins baseline. Beautiful reverse by
Kansas is starting out going to the paint.
What do you like from Mizzou in the half court?
Keep it going. Move it side to side. They've been using the clock well, and their point guard play has been excellent.
Perkins steps through and gets it to go home. It is the largest margin of victory for an unranked team over number 1 is 20. Perkins gets a bucket. Can they find that magic on the road? Off the rim for Harris. Dickinson ripped from behind by Robinson. Missouri's been in a drought for 6.5 minutes. That nearly solved it. Perkins battles and gets it.
But off the dribble. Spencer Mahoney in the game for Cal, and the redshirt freshman challenged inside by Aiden Shaw, who led Missouri in blocks a year ago. Tony Perkins in the game. And Perkins the pull-up. And Perkins gives...
Ahead to Bates on the right wing. Off the bounce from 3, missed it. Rebound Perkins on the weak side. Tips it up and in and got fouled. Wing. In the paint for Gray. Turns middle, put it up, missed it. Tips it, fighting for it. Ball comes free, Robinson has it. Left side of the key, Perkins. His 3, good. Ties it at 11. Trell outside Bass. Left side of the key, Wildy, a wide open 3. Wide left, rebound fought for. Pierce has it for Missouri. Perkins takes the outlet, comes into the front court. Drop him behind the back, in the paint, left side of the basket, lays it up and in. Left elbow, Jones faces up, one bounce outside Bass, right corner. Browning a 3, missed it. Rebound Perkins, Missouri runs. Perkins pushes middle of the floor, Pierce on his right, to the rim, lays it up and in. Logo Browning, hands it outside. Futrell, ball deflected. Run down by Perkins in the front court, to the rim for the flush.
He's strong. I mean, coming in the game and ready to execute and getting out and running and making plays.
Another steal. Here's the break. Warwick to Perkins. And Perkins. And 1. McClain getting booed by the Mizzou Arena crowd after those fouls on Robinson earlier and the steal by Bates. Missouri on the run. Cruz loses control. Guarded by Zaki right along the baseline. What a good cut. Perkins bails him out and throws it down.
The missed free throws on one end. And right now, Missouri's got to find that momentum.
Perkins straight to the basket and the foul. Cook begging.
Native played 32 games last year at Mizzou. Jourdain, bad pass, stolen. Robinson, good feed to Perkins, who lays it in. Perkins threw it up, Jourdain blocked it. Down at the other end, again, a dangerous pass, and that's going to turn into 2 for Missouri.
Oh, wow, should have been a foul.